G'day guys, welcome back again. This is take 2 of my Wandering Ring Pour. If you've seen the first video earlier today, you'll know that I think I put way too much paint on my card here and I got way too much silver. So I'm cutting down on the silver this time. So the mix I'm using is Floetrol and Artist's Loft acrylic, flow acrylic, and I'm mixing that equal parts, 1 to 1. So we have gold and silver and black. And I got these Artist's Loft paints from Michaels. I'm in America, I'm in Australia, so we can't buy direct from Michaels. We have to buy through a third party, which I did, and I wanted to try these paints, so I did it. Right, so first of all I'm going to lay down some black because, as I showed you in this previous one, I want some of this black between my ring pours. I don't want it just covered in ring pour. I'll show you the one I did earlier today. That's it there, and there's not much black in it. Silver really took over. So I'm cutting back on the silver this time. So I'm just going to lay this base coat out. This I've mixed 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. So it's a little bit thinner than the mix I'm using for the ring pour. But as I said, I want to get that black definition between my rings that I'm going to pour, and I just didn't get that last time. So have another go. You know, I like experimenting. I'm happy to show my fails as well as my successes, and that previous one I think more of a fail because it's just too silver. The silver really took over, and not enough black definition in it, so try again. Now this doesn't have any silicone in it, but I don't know if you can see, but with the black it's got a definite sheen to it. It looks as if there's oil in it, and that's from the Floetrol. It must have some kind of oil base in the Floetrol, because you always get cells with Floetrol whether you want them or not. Okay, so that's the base. Wipe it off. Now I'll just move that out of the way. I'm going to use this paper cup. My other measuring jug, it holds about 500 or 600 mils, and I don't need that much. I only want to do 300 at the most. So I'm going to use the paper cup, and then I can pinch the end there to make a spout. I'm going to just spray the paper cup with some silicone spray to help the paint come out easily. And I quite like a few little cells. That's what I did with this one. I sprayed the cup with silicone spray, and I'm just getting a few little random cells. And I do like that. This one here, I've done quite a few of these in the past. This one was a thinner mix. It's 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, and you can see it's more zigzaggy here. So when I poured the rings and tilted, because the paint was so much thinner, I've got a more zigzag effect. You can see the difference. But it's just what you like, really. There's no right or wrong. Okay, so I'll get started. Now I've got 70 grams of Floetrol, 70 grams of paint in the black, 50 grams of paint, 50 grams of Floetrol in the gold, 30 grams of Floetrol, 30 grams of silver. Because, as I said, the silver really took over last time, so I'm going to cut way back. I wanted more black, so I've got more black. So most of black, medium with gold, little bit with silver. And I'm just going to layer these in. I'm going to try for a few more layers. than I did last time. I think I did 3 layers last time. And I'm going to do a little bit of black between the gold and the silver, because I don't think silver and gold next to each other are going to be that striking. So a little bit of black in between each of the metallics. A little blob of each going in. Black, silver, black, gold, I don't know how many layers I'm doing here, but it's certainly a lot more than 3, which I did on my other one, so we'll see if that maybe will help with the definition of the rings, because I'll have more black in between. So, I don't know, we'll see what happens. I like experimenting. Okay, last, that will do, I think, plenty of paint. Move those out of the way. Got a tiny little bit of silver left, and I'll just leave that like that. So I'm going to pinch it where the black blob is, like that. And I'm going to go down here, up here, and then back down. Always seem to get a different look when you go back up again. These colours seem to be blending quite a lot in the cup. I guess that's because I've done more layers up here where the colour hasn't mixed as much. The gold is much more plain, I guess. And then as it's mixed in the cup, oops, put my finger in it, that's okay. I'm going to tilt it off anyway. Yeah, so where it's, the colours haven't blended, I've got the plain gold there, and then where it's mixed in the cup, from my layers, I've got more of a grey look. But anyway, let's see what happens once I start tilting. Actually, I'll just torch first, as I always do. Get rid of any air bubbles that might be here. Okay, still seems like a lot of paint, but I think I've cut down from about 600 grams to 300 grams. Alright, let's see how this goes. Actually, I might start the other way this time. Well, last time I started down this way, but we'll go that way first. Get that corner off. This is interesting up here, lots of action up here happening. I think the amount of paint on here is better now, less paint, I'm happy with that. Just catch that before the black corner goes over. I do like a little bit of black on the corners. And go down to this corner here, so I can get rid of that bit there. Still very silver, very grey. Just go over this corner, and then I can and bring it back. Turn it around. Okay, I'm not really liking that little blob there. I don't know what that is. I'll get rid of that. Go off this corner next. Leave a tiny bit of black in the corner, come back. I'm just going to bring the paint back to the centre. I can get this last bit here. Just lose that little blob and then I'll bring it back. So I'm keeping some of the gold. There we go. Back up again, just turn that around. Taking the weight of the paint back to the centre. There's something in the middle there. Get that out. I'll just run a bamboo skewer back through there to make that line follow the others. Okay. Well, still not what I was after. Too much silver. Anyway, we'll touch it again. Silver really is taking over. Let's pop a little bit more black on that corner there. Okay. Not really liking the silver as much as this one here, my earlier one with the white in it. So I might go back to that after giving the silver a go. So I'll take you in for a close-up. That was the earlier one today. Even though it's got a lot of silver in it, it's more silver than grey and a lot of gold showing through. This one seems to be more muted. The silver's gone more grey. So it's probably because of the extra black. Okay, I'll keep experimenting. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.